Good morning, everyone. Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 11:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Thursday, December 23rd, 2021. It's not financial advice. It's educational. Click the subscribe, share the video, click the thumbs up. Here to talk about Nucypher and Keep. And what's very exciting here is that we're starting to see patterns, not only on Nucypher USD, but also Nucypher Bitcoin. Not only on Keep US dollar, but also on Keep Bitcoin. So we've got a lot to talk about here, and I'm going to go through it fast and efficiently like I do in every video. Now, we're currently around 96 cents. A couple of things right here. We do have what looks like a breakout. Little hard to say because sometimes these trend lines that I plant aren't exactly perfect, as with anyone who's drawing trend lines on a pair like Nucypher US dollar. Why? Well, it's not the most liquid product in the world, so you have like a lot of wicks and things of that nature. But generally speaking, this looks like a relatively decent placement given the price action support areas of this line. Wicks don't really count; they're not necessarily a support area because they didn't hold over it long enough. So it looks like center of mass. That's what you look for when you try to plop a line on top of it across all of these points here. Now, this yellow line is that resistance area. And as you can see, we have almost, looks like we're starting to break out of it. Now, we've broken out of these things before, but in wick-like fashion. Not sure if this one's going to be necessarily a wick because, as you can see, typically after a pump of 800 times, an 800%, you'll start to see, the aftershock pumps, right? It's like when you have an earthquake, you get another couple of rounds and then we're done. And I think we were done after this last one here, and now we're starting to consolidate. We've been consolidating now for over 3 weeks, but we are starting to get over this line of resistance. It has been going on since that last time we went up 800%. So right now, as of today, on December 23rd, this might mark the beginning of a new trend up, at least for the trend up for Nucypher US dollar. Now, this is a wedge. The wedge, as we've talked about, is the thing that can easily start coming back on the back end of it. So this could be the completion point or not, but we do have a area of current support. Right now, it's 70 cents with possibly this area of support. This could be the new support roughly on this descent, albeit descending resistance line for that wedge, which is now turning to support. So around 75 cents, rough support. Now we're going to flip over to Nucypher Bitcoin, because Nucypher Bitcoin, I've also drawn this pennant formation, which is clearly what this thing is doing. This is not a downward wedge. This is more of a pennant. Similar to ascending wedges like this one here. Descending wedges like this one here. Pennants also follow the same suit as long as you're going up into the pennant from bottom to up, as you see here, this giant flagpole. If you're coming down, it becomes bullish, but because we went into it on the ups in an upswing, this is why this is more bullish. So it looks like we are almost done completing this, and we've got a few more days to go. It's hard to say if this is truly a pennant or not because it lacks a little bit of support back here. But it looks to be relatively, maybe even short-term support across this area here. So either way, I have a feeling we're going to wind up on an upswing in the very near future before the end of the year. Now we're going to flip over to Keep. And by the way, support right now on this is roughly around 1,500. Now Keep US dollar. This is the other one I'm starting to see. This is a very short-term trend, by the way. This is just happening as we speak. Now, we went from December 20th all the way down here for 56, all the way up to 68. So this is starting to look like, I'm not going to say Christmas, but could be, in the sense that we do have an upward rising, ascending triangle. And these things are, this flagpole is incredibly pronounced, and the flag is incredibly small. This could easily bust out over the next day or two, in my view. And how high could it bust out? Man, it could go up at least another 6 or 7 cents. And I know it doesn't mean a lot to a lot of you, but it means a lot to me because another 8 or 7% in another couple of days would be great. I mean, look, we went from 56 all the way to 68. That's a good, I don't know, 15-20%. So another 8% on top of that's pretty good. So in the meantime, we're going to flip now over to Bitcoin, US dollar, but let's just take a look at the current support area right now is 66,475, and this is on the very short term pattern. But over the longer term, we still have support on a 62 handle. Now let's go over to Bitcoin. Same kind of thing. We do have this line of resistance on an ascending like triangle. And as we are definitely over the support area of 1300, in the low 1300, I suspect we might get a nice bounce over the 1360 handle and then bouncy boo back up. But this one here has slightly more time to complete, actually probably around the same by the end of the day tomorrow. So we'll see how this one looks, but definitely looks like an upward ascending triangle, and I love these things. They typically resolve to the upside. Now let's go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still it's getting ever so closer to the point of breakout. So we're looking for that point in time, and that point in time to get over this line, we got to get over 50,600. Yes, a couple of days ago we were at 51,000 and change just to get over it. So clearly the bar is getting lower and lower. So this should be an easier thing. Hopefully we don't trek down from here. But if we do, it looks like we have 46.6 as current support and resistance, additional lower support than that, around 44K. I don't expect 44K. But these things happen. You might bounce down from here, from hitting the resistance line of this downward broadening wedge, which is bullish. But if we do get over it, clearly we should make our way back up to the point at which it started. That's almost it. But Bitcoin dominance kind of going sideways here. Nothing fancy at all. Things seem to be in holding pattern as we enter into the beginnings of the holidays. But anyway, I might not do a video tomorrow, but I will keep you posted on Twitter. If things really get crazy, I'll definitely get on the horn and pop a video out. Anyway, take it easy.